Hello book people, PT Hilton here with my TBR for September 2015. So last month I was at a little bit of I don't know, reading slump exactly, but I think I was just reading the wrong things. And I've just been a little having a hard time with fantasy. I think it's because I've been writing a lot of fantasy, and I've found that oftentimes what I'm writing isn't what I get into reading. So I've had to give up a couple things, and I even, like I was reading Uprooted, which I really liked a lot, but man, I just every time I was going to go back to it, I just wasn't feeling it because I'm also writing fantasy, and that's, I don't know, that's just the way it works sometimes in my brain. Same thing, I even had to take a break from the Harry Dresden books. So this month I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to mostly focus on Edgar Award winners. So the Edgar Awards are a crime award that is given out by the Mystery Writers of America Association. That's not a thing. The Mystery Writers of America. It's given out by the Mystery Writers of America. I'm going to go back and read the last 4 years, the winners of the last 4 years of that, because I'm kind of in a crime fiction kind of mood. So this past year, 2015, I think they call it the 2015 award winner was Mr. Mercedes by Stephen King, which is the story of a criminal who I think crashes into people with his Mercedes, and a detective trying to hunt him down. So always loved me some Stephen King, so I'm looking forward to that. Last year's winner was Ordinary Grace by William Kent Kruger. This is the story of, I think, of a boy in Minneapolis or St. Paul, Minnesota, who somehow his life is affected by some crime. And I don't know too much about it. I think it's like the guy when he's an adult kind of reminiscing about this event that happened when he was a kid. So it's kind of a cross between a coming-of-age kind of story and a crime story. So that should be very good. Also, my dad recommended that one to me, so thanks, Dad. And then the 2013 winner is Live by Night by Dennis Lehane. Actually, I'm not sure if it's Live by Night or Live by Night. I'd probably Live by Night, I would think, but who knows? Who knows these days? This is the story of a 1920s crime story that's, I think, revolves around speakeasies, so that should be fun. And then finally we have Gone by Mo Hader, who's a writer I've been wanting to check out for a while. She writes a series of books about this detective. This one involves a kidnapping, I believe. The detective's trying to solve a kidnapping. So then we have the Dream Read Along, which is going great. So for that one, in September, we're going to be doing Dream Country, Seasons of Mist, A Game of You, and Fables and Reflections. So join in with that if you are interested in Sandman. I think it's a lot of fun so far, so we'll see what happens. Oh, also if I have time, I'm going to add in Vicious by V.E. Schwab, which is a book I'm interested in because it sounds like it's right up my alley. And that is a story of, I believe, two college roommates who kind of have some crazy experience that maybe gives superpowers to one or both of them. I'm not sure. And then years later, I think maybe they've had a falling out. I'm not sure. I don't know. As you can tell, I do not know the details, but it sounds right up my alley. Superpowers, long-term friendship, I'm in. So those are the books I'm going to be reading this month. Just like last month, I want to give you a little writing update and a chance to get one of my books if you want to. This month, the third of the Zane Holloway fantasy novellas is coming out. It's called Lightning and Thrones, and Zane and Lily, our two main characters, head behind the blue wall into Elvish territory. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Normally it sells for $1.99. You can email me at pt@pthilton.com, and when it comes out on Monday, I will email you a code so you can download it on iBooks if you want. Just something I like to do for my BookTube viewers. And also, if you haven't read any of that series, the first one, Thorns and Tangles, is absolutely free on all your ebook type platforms. So go check it out. It's a lot of fun. It's just a fantasy story about an assassin and his apprentice in this kind of fantasy world. And it's kind of a lot of like a swashbuckling mystery action adventure kind of stuff. It's fun. Final thing I want to give you one more little bonus. The second book in my Deadlock trilogy, A Place Without Shadows, just came out on audiobook, like I think today. It's read by a really great narrator named Robin Rohn, who she is a Audible approved narrator, they call it, which means they've kind of like vetted her, and she's a good narrator. And I went with a female narrator this time because there's a lot of the stories told from a new female character's perspective. So if you want a copy of that, I have a very limited number of download copies I can send you the code for. I don't actually have them yet, so it might be a week or so before I send it to you. But email me pt@pthilton.com if you would like a download copy for Audible. Then you can go on Audible and put that on. Two stipulations on that. It's US only, unfortunately. I'm trying to get some UK codes as well, but I'll let you know if I do. But for now, it only works on the US version of Audible. And second, because this story, trust me, it will not make sense if you've not read Regulation 19, the first book. So when you email me at pt@pthilton.com, if you could just acknowledge that you have read Regulation 19, that would be great. I would greatly appreciate it. I don't care if you liked it or hated it. I mean, probably if you want to read the second one, I would think you'd at least like it a little. But anyway, if you want to check that out, that would be great. Email me pt@pthilton.com. Like I said, I have a limited number of those, so the sooner the better on that. I think that's going to do it for me this much. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you next month.